Hi everyone, my name is Udodisa. So this is my SQL interview demonstration, right? So I'm going to go through it. So first thing, I'm going to talk about SQL. So what is SQL? SQL is a structured query language, and so ideally, SQL is used to retrieve information from a database. So for example, imagine there is a big library where you have so many books, right? And for you to be able to get some of the books, you need to request. So SQL is a language that you can easily use to request information. So just like you want to request a book from the library. So that's basically the how it works. So SQL is a language that you use to retrieve information from your database, right? So we have different types of SQL keys. Can talk about primary keys. Primary keys are unique identifier in a database. So it cannot be null. It is what you can easily use to identify the identify column in database. So for example, in a what is it called now? In a library, books actually have serial number. So we can see serial number are primary key. They are unique identifier. So imagine you have serial number of books on the book cover, right? The ones that are being requested, the ones that are being borrowed, are being documented using their serial number because so that they can easily be identified and also tracked. So let me go to the query I have prepared, right? So I've talked about SQL. So some of the keys, we have primary keys, right? They are unique identifiers. They are used to uniquely identify rows. They cannot be null, and they are reliable identifier for every record in a particular table. So unique, and the next one is unique keys. So what are unique keys? Unique keys are what prevent duplicate value in a column. So they are not primary key, right? But they are similar to primary key because primary key cannot also contain duplicate, right? So a table can have several unique keys, right? You can have different kind of unique keys in a table, but which can also contain what's it called none. So for example, you can have your team code as a unique key, right? Which supposedly will not contain duplicate, right? So we also have foreign keys. So what are foreign keys? Foreign key is a column that points to another primary key in another table. So a foreign key is a primary key in another table. So what it means is that foreign key is used to connect tables together for and have relationship between the tables, right? So that's basically what foreign key does. So for example, in this place, I have my foreign key as the team ID, right? So team ID in one table is a foreign key in one table and a primary key in another table. So you can see this join. So looking at this join now, looking at this, okay, so this is not a join. Right, so looking at this foreign key is team ID, right? And it is referencing team ID in another table. Can you see? So the team ID from player team is referencing team ID in their team dimension. So that's basically a foreign key, right? And it is referencing a primary key in another table. So composite key is a primary key made of two columns together. So for example, there are situations where a particular column cannot be used to uniquely identify a particular table, right? So combination of two columns can be used as composite key, right? Which is a primary key. So let's talk about joins. What are joins? Joins are bringing together two data table together to get your desired information. So for example, we can talk about inner join. Inner join provides you data from two tables, table A, table B. So all the rows that match in both column in both tables. So I'm going to run this query now, for example. So look at what we have here. So we have data from both table right here, right? So its inner join returns only rows that match in both tables. So what is left join? Left join matches every rows in left table to the right table, right? So that's what it means. Heavy rows in left table to match it to heavy rows in the left in the right table. So it maintain the left table. So what's the left table? Left table we have the team dimension table, right? And it's joining it to player dimension table. Okay, so that's why you can see team code right here, and it's being joined with the player name and the rest. So what is outer join? Right outer join. So right outer join also mirrors left outer join. So like I said, left outer join is all what is it called? All information, all rows from the left with matching record from the right. So but for the right join, it is all record from the right with matching record from the left. Okay, so full outside join is all information from both table, right? It's going to give all the information from both table, whether they match. It will match them where possible, and it will give you null when where they cannot match. So self join also self join is joining table together with itself, right? So that's also another kind of join that we can see in SQL. So basically that's it. So let's talk about data integrity. So data integrity is very important, right? Because it will make your database consistent. Uh, it will make your analysis easy because when you build data on an inconsistent database, it become messy. You will not be able to get accurate results from your data. So it's very best to maintain data integrity and maintain structure around your data. So that's why we have some enforcement of primary keys, unique keys, right? So that the database can be consistent. Okay, and you can also include unique key to remove duplicates, right, in your data. That's it for me. Thank you.